Live streaming is on.
All right. Well, hopefully people can see Donnie because on my side it says video for Donnie Chrome has been turned off to save bandwidth. So,
Huh.
actually, I've got it. I've got it here on my
Do you think that's coming
watching the
from my
stream.
side?
Yeah, it might be. It might be mine. But anyway, I'm watching the stream right now, and you're on it. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I forgot I could do that there for a second. So, all right. What I am going to try to do today is go through the votes that we have and play artists that are likely to end up in the with a runoff vote. So
Cool.
don't yeah, I don't have all of those lined up, so I'm gonna try to pick those up as I get a chance. So
Okay.
Donnie, do you have anything ready to go?
Yeah, I have a brand new video that came out this week. So since we're gonna have a lot of the nominees on here, I'll also break it up with some new stuff in between, which is
Sweet.
for the new year. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on, and we'll talk more about this after it plays. We'll start off from a mellow foot. And we're back.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I know. I think, Doug, you really like that one. That was a really beautiful piece. Brand new. It's only 48 hours old. So we're just bringing the brand new music straight to you.
Very, very nice.
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm looking at these, Donnie, and we've got a couple, at least a couple that are three-way ties.
Oh, all right. Excellent. Is that good or bad?
Well, I
think that's good because that means we have front runners. Or we don't. We have three-way ties. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sort of confused.
it's good that, like, you know, people like the music. I mean, it means there's lots of different music that people are enjoying. So, I mean, in that respect, it's good. But, like,
it's good.
The thing about having two is either Dom or I can hold our vote to be a tiebreaker in the runoff. But if we have three, I guess that would still work, because if they were all tied, then yeah. So we could, if they were all tied, then it would just be break. Yeah. So as long as the tiebreaker person didn't vote for like one that was one behind, then that would still work. So
okay, good.
I guess that's not that big of a deal.
Okay, good.
All right. So I am just going to. I was looking to see if Walls had a video that for the track that we selected to be a nominee for best hip hop track. So Walls was nominated with Riding Clean featuring Amos, which that actually looks like, unless we get a bunch of votes for somebody else, that's going to win. Currently, Riding Clean has 5 votes, and no one else has more than 1 vote. So I'm going to say congratulations, Walls, for Riding Clean featuring Amos for best hip hop track. I'm just going to call that. I don't think.
Wow.
But what is in question here is best hip hop album. So now it's interesting because these are the only 2 albums that have been voted for. This is Walls's "These Are the Good Days," and then the Speed Kicks. Is it Speed or Spide Kicks? Spide Kicks.
I think it's Speed Kick. I think it's Speed Kicks. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just spelled that way. Yep.
Yeah. Speed Kicks, Mary Poppin' Medicine. So those are 2 albums are tied for best hip hop album. So there is not a video for Riding Clean, but there are a number of videos off of Walls's "These Are the Good Days."
Yeah.
And this is one of those videos.
Great.
These are the good days. I know there will be bad days. as I could, good as I should. Gooder than good, I'm good in the hood. Good in the burbs, good with my fam. I'm good where I am, I'm good for my word. Good to be seen and good to be heard. Good with this herb, please do not disturb. Look at me cooking, I'm good with these verbs. Good for me, look at me crookedly. Why? What do you see when you look in my eye? While he doing good and that's just to get by. Talib Kweli equally gifted as I. Good to be grooved with the gift of this God. God is so good, fists get lifted to the sky. Don't fit the description, I flip the description. I made the decision to script this edition, so now the inscription will fit the design. Good day. I know there will be bad days. These are the good days. I know there will be bad days. These are the good days. I know there will be bad days. These are the good days. I know there will be bad days. These are the good days.
All right. And if you go to the Walls YouTube page, you'll find a not a lot of videos, but a handful of videos, and the ones that are there are incredibly excellent. In fact, one of them, we watched it last week. I think you played it. Donnie is nominated for best video.
Yeah.
Did you play that one?
I think you played it. I think you played it.
Okay.
I played
That's
a different
the,
best one, best video.
Walls featuring Big Remo and the Tons. All I know. Maybe we didn't play it.
Maybe we didn't get to it.
Yeah.
My best video was the animated industrial video. That's what I was.
The Division Call. Yeah.
Yeah, Division Call. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe. So right now that one's not a tie. So maybe we'll. I don't know. Maybe we haven't played that Walls video. Maybe we'll play it when we get to the winners. That one's close though. So I'm not gonna say who the winner is, but right now Walls is ahead. So
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play a track from one of the nominees for Best Jazz Album. This is Catharsis, and the track is People and Places. And there you go. That's up Art
Very
Record.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Looks like we played that Walls video all the way back last April. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
I know Pot C was playing a lot of Walls there for a while, so he might have been the one to play that. Yeah. Pot C was repping the Walls.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. This next one, we already talked about this band. So this particular track seems destined. It doesn't have quite as many votes as Walls does. I can't find that. Where the Walls one is on here that I called. Where is best to pop? There we go. Yeah, so one fewer vote, so I'm not quite ready to call it, but it does seem like it's and I guess there's one that's only one behind it, so not necessarily destined to win. Although right now this particular track is in the lead for best pop track, but I wanted to go ahead and play this because as I already mentioned, the Speed Kicks are tied for lead in the hip hop album category, and they are also, which I have not mentioned yet, tied for the lead for the Artist of the Year in the Western Europe category. So we've seen this video actually a couple times, I think, on this show, but since it's one of the tracks that's likely to be a winner, I just figured we'd go ahead and stick with this one. This is Beached.
Great track.
Now-
Yes.
I don't want to play favorites here, but couldn't find a video for the band that they are up, well, I don't know if the band, the musician that they are up against in Western Europe. That artist's name is Oberlin, which is also the name of a college, which might make it difficult to find things on YouTube. So don't know if I just missed the video, but I couldn't find one. So
Okay.
yeah. So very different genres there from Oberlin and Speed Kicks. So
Yeah.
see what the voters ended up deciding.
Yeah. And Speed Kick's having a really good year. I know they were on Rhino the Bearded throughout the year a lot for different tracks that just keep popping up week after week. It's just such a great album. Highly recommend listening to it. It's available on streaming services everywhere, but of course it's available at Block Sonic, and you can download it if you still download music. Check it out at Block Sonic as well.
Yeah, I think one thing that helps them in some respects, but probably hurts them in some respects too, is kind of hard to pin down where that album is. So I mean, they're nominated. They're in the lead for best hip hop album, but that particular track is winning for pop track. So they definitely got some trip hop going on. Just a lot of diversity there. So I think at least for the awards, it kind of sometimes tough to figure out where things are going to go. And at least for me with the genres, like I did this with Louis Ling and the Bombs. I put them in several categories, but this year I just felt like there was so much good music that I didn't feel comfortable like putting albums in multiple categories with only 5. I just kind of like picked one and let it be what it was. So
I thought you did a good job at spreading things out. Yeah, because the Speed Kicks, that's electronic. You have pop. You have hip hop on there. You got hip hop. You got alternative. It's just like everything. It's just everything's so well done too. Every track is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they knocked it out of the park, man, on that album.
Yeah. So what's interesting about that is for people that don't know, what we do is we do the genres for a handful, not a whole lot of subgenres, but a handful of genres. And then we do the votes for that. And then we pick the 5 that we sort of think are the strongest. And then we vote for the album of the year and the track of the year. And, it's kind of got to get past the first hurdle of winning hip hop. But I kind of feel like it's a shoe-in if it makes it to the final round. Just because it's gonna like hit for so many people, Like I think the problem with the genres, they're like for me, it's like, well, is it a hip hop album? And that's kind of going through my head when I'm listening to stuff like maybe it is like the best album. And
I totally.
We do have an electronic. We've talked about expanding the genres to like fit more things, but then it's just harder for everybody to listen to everything. It's tough to but yeah, I'm excited, and ultimately it's good music, so everybody wins.
Yes. Yep. I definitely think Speed Kicks will come away with something this year, for sure. So I'm gonna play from U.S. Northeast. I was really digging the band Crystal Canyon. The shoegaze band, so I want to play a video by them to celebrate them being a nominee and to share the love.
live at home. You can watch it waste away. Pray to keep another day. Want you, want you, want you, want you. Craving how it feels inside. Buy the ticket, take the ride. You know there is no turning back. Jealous love on the attack. Want you, 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 need to. She'll say the king of her dreams. You say the word you've never heard. Each time she'll stay the king of your dreams. Just say the word you've never heard. Here tonight, as skies turn gray. Want you, want you, want you, want you, want you, need to. Need to.
All right. Yeah. And the tradition
Very
of
nice.
slow dive. Very well done. Yes. Excellent.
I realized I needed to have a wardrobe change for one of these videos, so
Okay.
I'm gonna not put the video that I had up next
Okay.
in there because I'm not quite ready for it. So this yeah, I'm gonna play I'll play Christmas Trap for you, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. So next time we have Eddie on, we'll have to ask him what does that video have to do with Krampus. So that was Fields, Ohio, and the name of the track is Quiet the Night, Krampus Brings the Fright. And for those that say, man, none of that looked Christmas except that green and red at the beginning, and the name doesn't sound super Christmassy. Well, Krampus. Krampus assists St. Nicholas, aka Santa Claus. The pair visit children on the night of December 6th. Now, I guess some places it's December 6th, comes Christmas Eve in America, but whatever. But Mr. St. Nick rewards the well-behaved children with gifts such as oranges, dried fruits, walnuts, and chocolates, while badly behaved ones only receive punishment from Krampus with birch rods. So, yeah. Go to the Krampus Wikipedia if you want to see some pictures of Mr. Krampus there. He basically is the devil. I mean, he's got goat horns and hood feet, and yeah, he's basically the devil.
Yes.
So, anyway, Krampus. Holiday tradition.
Yes. Yes.
That's like the like Nightmare Before Christmas sort of situation there.
That was their Christmas song for that album, because that whole album has a theme of demons and devils, if I remember correctly.
Well, the name of the album is Neo-Pagans.
Yeah, there you go. So they were keeping with the theme, I believe. That was their version of Christmas for that particular project.
Yeah.
So.
And that is a double album for those.
Yeah, that's right. And I saw that isn't under the jazz category as well as another category, I believe. I saw it definitely in more.
Yeah. So Fields, Ohio is nominated in the at-large.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, at-large.
Yeah. So, Dom asked me, because he did jazz this year. He was like, "What do you think about jazz?" And I'm like, "Well, we being Black Sonic, we listed as trip noir. That's one of the genres that we listed as." And I was like, I that sort of like noir is where that sort of like jazzy vibe comes from. So like I get where you're coming from. I was like, like ultimately, if people vote for it, then people vote for it. It's definitely not like a straight ahead jazz album, but it's kind of like electronic jazz,
right?
Sort of thing going on. There's a definite vibe to it. So
yes, definitely. It's another great album from beginning to end. Well, double album from beginning to end. It's just really high quality, excellent. Yeah,
and what has happened is kind of what I anticipated would happen. Is no one has voted for it for best jazz album, and not because it's not great. It's just because it's not really a jazz album. But that's the thing. Like, where do you put it? Part of our description says their sound can best be described as trip noir, consisting of lo-fi beats, banjo, ukulele, guitar, bass, percussion, synths, and keys. Like, what genre is that? Banjo, ukulele, guitar, bass, percussion, synths, and keys. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like you hear banjo and ukulele, you think, well, maybe it's a folk album, but that we didn't just listen to a folk track. So
right,
it's I do kind of wonder if we need like a down tempo category or something, and then it would obviously fit there, I think. So
yeah, maybe we should probably think about having that with the advent of lo-fi and the popularity of trip hop.
And that's kind of one of the reasons why that we renamed the experimental category to experimental/other. So at least theoretically, we could have dropped it there. So, but yeah, it's a tough one. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, for those that tune in on a regular basis, I pop in and check in on Ben every once in a while, and Ben's back with a brand new video, and he's globetrotting. So let's see where he's at this time. And he's in Senegal.
Very nice.
Yes.
All right. So the reason that I had to make my wardrobe change is because I picked an old video from my man Donnie Ozone.
Nice.
Crisp and clean, I wear a white t-shirt and 569 jeans. Brand new sneakers, fresh out the box. I'm like 10 pairs deep, brand new Reeboks. Nylon classics, black with the white stripe. And I might take a pic cause they look so tight. When I walk down the block, man, they feel so light. So I keep on stepping till I step out of sight. When I'm walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks.
Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. There isn't anything you can tell me, cause it's all just talk.
Brand new souls with the new sneaker smell, but 6 months later call it stink foot stale. I'm not worried, I'm already on the trail because I've got another pair already in the mail. I saved a couple dollars cause I caught them on sale, so you know my old sneakers already in the pail. I stepped out the front door, cutie on my trail, she's got a passion for the fashion, and my fashion never fails when I'm
Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. There isn't anything you can tell me, cause it's all just talk.
When I roll down the block, my box roll with style. You know they roll with style because they go the mile. And they go the mile because they're versatile. Yeah, they're versatile. Yeah, they roll with style. Well, when I walk down the block, my box roll with style. They roll with style because they go the mile. You know they go the mile cause they're versatile. They're so versatile. Yet they roll with style. When I'm
Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. Walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. There isn't anything you can tell me, cause it's all just talk.
walking down the block with my Reeboks on, and man, they look so on first thing in the morning. Day's brand new, story still untold. I've got my laces tucked in, you know I'm ready to roll and hang out with my friends. No need for a plan, I'll just stand in my brand new Reeboks like damn. Look like a million, paid a whole lot less. No regrets when we step, cause I rock the best. When I'm
walking down the block in my fresh Reeboks. 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 There isn't anything you can tell me, cause it's all just talk.
Nice blast from the past.
Yeah, I checked the our list, and I know we went back and forth between the two lists, but I checked this list to make sure we haven't played that before, because I think we played like Dust on Wax like 1,000 times. So
yeah.
So I just figured.
Nice.
But yeah, so go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a 10-year anniversary this year for that song and video. That was 2013. I was just thinking about that, how it's been 10 years for that song already, how fast that went, man. It's crazy. But oh man, it's fun to watch. Go back in time and check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing that one.
So I put the link in the list, and I didn't put what it was, thinking maybe Donnie wouldn't click on it. That's why I didn't mention anything about Fields, Ohio being the tied at the top of the at-large vote.
Okay.
I thought it might tip off where I was going with that. So Donnie and Fields, Ohio are both tied at the top at the at-large. Now, the at-large is a new category this year that we started because we wanted to make sure that, like, we try to, like, not introduce a whole ton of bias. And so we didn't let judges judge their own region. So we thought this kind of makes things complicated, and plus we have bands like Fields, Ohio, where one of the musicians is in New York City and the other one is in Ohio.
Right.
So it's like, what region do they go to? So basically, the at-large is for the judges, and for any bands that either don't list a location, or their location is like two different places. Like there's a metal band I remember from a couple of years ago that one of the guys was in China and the other guy was in the Czech Republic. So it's like, what do you do with that?
Right.
So as far as like picking a region. So yeah, I think that's been a good addition this year, having that out at large. And yeah, we'll see where it takes us. So
yeah, I think that's a great addition. And on our list, Loris is on our list for Central America, Mexico, and Caribbean. And she has a short video that I'd like to play. I was hoping that she would have a video for one of her songs, but this seems to be like a short video. I couldn't really find anything for her actual songs, but I would love to see some videos from her because her music's really good. But pop up the short one. So, you know, dig into what she does have available and check it out and look forward to the future. Perhaps we'll get something from her. This is an official request. All right. And that may seem
interesting.
Yeah, that may seem confusing because of the region I mentioned, but it's because she is in the Mexico region, but via Palestine. So there's a connection there. So I should have mentioned that before.
No.
Yeah,
I was wondering what was going on with that.
Yeah. But she's great. I really love her music. So I really look forward to hearing more from her. I followed her, and I'll be stalking her online on YouTube.
You gotta wait till Crime Time to say that.
Yeah.
So just for anybody who's doesn't know what I mean when I say Crime Time, so basically like after we turn off the video, that's the joke. It's
Crime,
no longer
yes.
being recorded. So.
Yes.
And it rhymes with prime time, so it's multiple things going on there. All right, so I do not have a video off the latest album of Strawman Army. This is off their previous album, and Strawman Army, like some of our other nominees, was included in one of the Bandcamp best ofs. I don't remember if it was the best of for a month or the best of for the year, but definitely worth checking out. For the judges in particular, those, just to see if there's anything in your region that it's getting props over there. Most of the stuff on those is not Creative Commons, but you do find some every once in a while. Now, I already knew about Strawman Army because they're released on a few different labels, but they're La Vida Musica, something like that. There's a London-based punk label that has a Spanish name, and I'll have to go get that up. What their name is, but man, they have some really awesome stuff on that label, and it's all Creative Commons. With this particular track, again, a couple years ago, it's the Silver Bridge.
Yeah, I really like that one. Great band, great song.
Yeah, I was thinking that they had gotten nominated before, but for their previous album, but I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
But I don't know, maybe it's just not indexed. Let me try something else here on the searching for the CC Music Award site. Maybe it was just one that I remembered, because it's not showing up from the previous years. So that label is La Vida es un Music. I knew actually the top of it says La Vida es un Music and then Discos Punk, but I guess the actual name that they use on Bandcamp is La Vida es un Mus Discos. So yeah, I was saying the Musica, and I was like, I don't think that's right. So
yeah, and then over on YouTube, it's D4MT Labs Incorporated. They went with the
so that's that's a different label. So that label is also on so I'm thinking this is maybe a distribution thing. So the La Vida es un Mus Discos probably has UK distribution for the physical stuff, and the other one probably has it for somewhere else. Yeah, not sure about that. But you can if you go to the La Vida es un muse.bandcamp.com and then /merch, think pretty much everything that they have is going to have a vinyl associated with it. So sometimes it's black vinyl, sometimes it's green vinyl. Let me see here. Straw. Where are these guys? Yeah, so you can get this record on black vinyl in the UK, 14 British pounds from the La Vida es un News website there. So yeah, amazing punk label there, and yeah, they've got some kind of got like almost like a 80s, like, maybe, I don't want to say like Devo inspired, but like a lot of their stuff is kind of more like hardcore punk. And then they've got a new, their latest upload is from I think it's an Italian band, Belgrado, and there's just one track now, but the album artwork in that track definitely gave like strong 80s vibes. So it'll be interesting to see what the rest of that album sounds like. So let's see, when does that come out? That comes out at the end of April. So okay, we're gonna be waiting a hot second for that one. So,
yeah.
3 months.
Check back on that later. Months,
yeah. That's one thing that's tough. Like, you find stuff and then like you forget about it. Like it announces and then it gets lost in the. So I try to make sure that I keep those tabs around so I can check them out. All right, so Donnie and I decided that we're going to practice self-restraint here. So we're not getting cut off anymore, which is nice. We don't have to. We're not going to get cut off mid-sentence. Yeah. Maybe the cliffhangers were a good thing. I don't know, but
I always enjoyed those. Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, I didn't mention this at the beginning. I should have. Next week there's going to be no show. Donnie and I are not available, and no one else that like Head Snack had come a few times, and I thought maybe he'd show up. I don't know if this is just a worse time for him or what, but Sam had been sick. I don't know if he's still sick. But he didn't say that he was going to be making it. So we'll just take next week off, and then we will reconvene on what's 19 plus 20. What 19 plus? I can't talk. I was doing the math right in my head, but saying the math. 26 is the answer. 19 plus 7 is what I was trying to say. What is a week past next Sunday? Right. So that February 26th, we will be back, and hopefully my brain will be functioning more than it is right now. I think we should have all of our winners in check by the 26th. Possible they won't be up on the website yet, but we should have all the winners. Tomorrow we'll start making the runoff ballots, and then we'll give people a week to for that. For anybody who didn't listen to things the first time through, then with the runoffs, that'll give them some extra time to, in most cases it'll just be 2, but in some cases maybe three different tracks or albums to listen to, and hopefully people can get through that and get the votes out, and then we can get things out before we're too far into 2023. So.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right, Donnie. Well, I don't know what you're up to next week, but I hope you have a good weekend next week and a good week, and I'll see you on the 26th.
All right, man. See you on the 26th. Have a great week as well.
You too. Right, I got to remember now. I can go in here and stop the live stream. We don't actually have to say bye. We don't actually have to press leave.